Hello. Okay, hi, happy Sunday. I am finally getting to the tutorial for the Lumiere Eye Trio that I promised I was going to do on Friday, but it's Sunday and life happens, so here we are. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Leah and I love Diet Dr. Pepper. This is a video that was recorded live on Facebook, so you may see me responding to some comments if you are watching this video as a replay. So shall we get started? I'm just going to fix a few things here so I can see. And let's ride. So let me find the photo of it that I shared before and we talked about. I took a poll to see what everybody wanted to see and I have no idea what's going on up here. So the Lumiere Eye Trio is a combination of Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, Rose Gold Shimmer, and Garnet ShadowSense. If you can see that there you go. So we're going to use those three shadows to make a complete eye look today, just for the shadow portion of it. First, I am going to prime my eyelids. You can use concealer. I've got the rest of my makeup done except my lips because we'll do that together because it's fun. But I'm going to first prime my lids because I've got some veins that show up and I just don't like how it looks and I like a nice blank flat canvas to start working with. So I use this ShadowSense right here, and the bottom sticker is off because I've used it so many times, but this is Sandstone Pearl. Actually, I think it's just about time for me to get a new tube. I like to blend this out, just like a floofy brush like this, and just kind of get it all over everywhere and cover up the imperfections of my lids. And I think my husband just got home. I heard something crash. At least I hope my husband just got home and there's not like a renegade cat somewhere running around my house because we don't have any cats. All right. Yep, make some good times. There. Perfect. So those are all ready to go. So these are the three shadow scents that we are going to use to create this look. We've got Sandstone Pearl Shimmer. It's going to be a pretty shimmery, shiny look. This is Garnet, so this will be the contour shade, and this is Rose Gold Shimmer, which is, I really hate to say it, but it's discontinued. It's not discontinued, it was a limited edition color, and it sold out in like days. Excuse me, sorry about the text. So here we go. I'm going to start with, this is kind of an odd combination because I know what I want it to look like, and I did not make this trio. This was one that people wanted to see. So I think, like, this isn't typically how I would do it, but we're going to start with Sandstone Pearl Shimmer just because I really want the sparkles in the Rose Gold Shimmer to really pop and show up. And it's extremely sparkly. So we're going to start with Sandstone Pearl Shimmer and kind of a medium fluffy brush like this one. And my brushes are clean. The color, after I washed them the first time, kind of stayed kind of funny. So I take my brush and I take the wand. So ShadowSense is a not liquid, but like a cream to powder formula. So it comes in a tube and it comes with a wand. I like to pick up the product off of the wand with my brush because you get a lot more control that way and then you don't overuse the product. For example, like this Sandstone Pearl Shimmer or Sandstone Pearl that I showed you that I used, I've had this for just about a year now and there's still plenty left in there because I use it sparingly, but it still gives you a ton of color. So this one we're going to take up to almost darn near to the brow. We're going to set down our highlight, or this portion of the highlight first. And it's just a really nice light shimmer. This is going to be a very shimmery, sparkly look, I'll tell you that much. And do the same thing on this eye. And I do have slightly hooded eyes, so I have to pull out a few tricks when I do my shadow just to make it look a little bit better. But now that we've got that down, I'm actually going to use, no, I'm going to stick to the trio. I had an idea, but I think I want to stick to these. There's also another option if you really like how this looks. The Rose Gold Shimmer looks like this, and then this is another shade called Copper Rose, and there's like tone-wise pretty similar, but we also have a Copper Rose Shimmer that looks very close. It's just not as like chunky sparkly. So another option. Now I am going to take the Rose Gold Shimmer and a similar brush to the one we used for Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, but a different one because I'm going to definitely go back in. It's going to be this one. It's a little bit fluffier and a little bit wavier. The brushes I use are actually a set I got on Amazon. You got like 10 brushes for $10, and they're really nice. They're like super bendy, super nice and fluffy. They don't fray when you wash. I think it's called Quivange, Quivange. So Quivange. I don't know. They're nice. They were really inexpensive, and I've really, really liked these brushes so far. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to grab some of this, and you can kind of, I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but as I am picking up the color, I can see the sparkles just twinkling down. So picked up some of that on the brush. We're going to go right along here on this area. It's called your crease area, but it's right along your orbital ridge, so kind of the bone where your eye socket is. A lot of people think their crease is where your eyelid folds in, but you want to actually hit it on the bone right above it, and just kind of buff in this color, and then we're going to go back in a little bit later and really make the sparkles really like pop out. So this is kind of a funny formula in that it does have so much sparkle that you kind of have to layer it a little bit, but it still looks really nice, and I love the color. Like that. So we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So brush, pick up some of the color, and we're going to go right on that same line of your eye socket bone thing area. I always do a few little swirlies just to kind of buff out the color. You don't want a really harsh line. Going with a little bit more on this side, just to kind of even it out, since I did do 2 over here. Ooh, there. That is the tone I was looking for. This is a beautiful color. I don't use it much except to pack on sparkles, and I feel like maybe I should more. This is a really nice color. But of course, the hoarder in me doesn't want to use it ever at all, because what if I can't get it again, and then I'm out the most gorgeous sparkly color in the world. Okay, so there we are. So we've done our highlight, our prime and kind of a little bit of a highlight, our transition, and now we're going to go in with Garnet, which is kind of this dark, really warm. It looks more brown than it does in the tube. This looks like it's got a pretty red quality to it, but it's actually a really nice deep brown. And for that, oh no, where's the brush I like for this? Did I wash it and leave it in the bathroom? Oh, no, here it is. So this one is, they're all kind of similar, but they're all different sizes and tapers. So this one's kind of the smaller and more compact version of all the other blenders. This one is not from that same set, but it's from a set that I think I got as a gift with something, but I like it. So for this, we're going to use a little teeny bit of product. So much of this goes a long way. So I'm not even taking the wand fully out. You can see that there's, product on the stick part of the wand. That's where I'm going to pick up the product from, because you need just a few little taps, like not much at all. And this is our contour shade. So it's going to go in little kind of wiggles right on the edge where you're, like the corner of your eye. So just right up in here. And just kind of like jiggle it back and forth, and then kind of just pull a little bit across your crease. But you want a really nice soft look. So not as much area covered, as you did with the transitions color or shade, but just right in there. Just enough to give you a little bit of depth. You can make it look more dramatic, not traumatic. I mean, it could be traumatic if you do it wrong and you mess up, but you can go in and just do the same thing again. And I think I'm going to do that. I want to do kind of a little bit more of a dramatic look today. So same technique, but you can, that's the really great thing about these shadows is the color's buildable. So you can go in and kind of just trace the same areas you just were and just deepen it up and make it a little bit more dramatic. Like you can see, Garnet's not a, it's not as red. I mean, it's a warm tone, but it does bring a little bit more of a chocolatey brown look than the red, you know, the reddish tone that it gives you in the tube. And then we're going to take this same one and a nice, where's my shader brush? And a chunky little fat shader brush like this guy, or a blender brush, or a smudge brush. This is an ELF one, or ELF, whatever they're called now. When they first came out, they were ELF. And I'm going to take a little bit of Garnet, and I'm going to go under the eye line, or the bottom lash line, and just super smudge and smudge. Like that. So let's do the other eye. Garnet, grab a little bit with this guy. Wiggle. And you really don't need to push hard. I think some people think that with a kind of a creamy formula like this, you need to really push down to blend, but you really don't. A nice light hand is kind of where it's at. It's going to give you the softest look, and you don't waste product. I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other eye and add a second kind of layer to this to deepen the look. I'd say that looks pretty even. And now we're going to do under eyes. So after this, I really want this look to be super sparkly because we're using the rose gold shimmer, and it's called Lumiere. So I think it should be beautiful and light and full of life and sparkles. So what we're going to do is go back in with that rose gold shimmer and really pack it on so we get all of the sparkles that we can. So I'm actually going to not even use a brush for this portion. I'm just going to use the one that comes in the package. And just kind of scrape it off a little bit, but keep a decent amount on there. And we're going to see the light area in here. We're going to just pack that full of glitter. So kind of tapping and not dragging so much, just tapping and tapping out the shape you want. Go right up to your crease right there and just to the edge. And then I want to kind of have this blended and not such a line, so I use my finger for this because I don't want to lose a lot of the sparkles, but I don't want it to look so harsh. I mean, look at that twinkle. It's beautiful. And we're going to repeat over here. Is that even? Yeah. Oh, maybe a teens more. I feel like my eyes are like different enough that I can't do the exact same thing on both. So there's that. I'm going to do a very little bit of liner just to, and then I'm going to put on lashes too. So I'm going to do just a little bit of Onyx, if I can find where I put it after I did my eyebrows. Onyx ShadowSense with a liner brush. Actually, why don't we use one of my new ones? Or did I open one? I'm telling you guys, my life is a hot, hot mess today. Here's one. Perfect. So just one of these skinny little liner brushes. Onyx ShadowSense, which is like the blackest black, and I love it. And same thing, just pick up the product on your brush, and I'm going to do just a really little fine close to the lashes. Line. Like such. Just enough to make your eye and the color pop. I love, 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 love a black line. Just need to fill in a spot here. This is the one thing I can't do and talk at the same time. Okay, I think they're pretty even. And I am also going to fill in my waterline just a little bit. To do that, I am going to grab another smudger brush. Because if you use the wand that's in here, it's a really nice, but it's going to be too full of color. So you just, or yeah, it's going to be just too full, and then it gets all up in your eyes and on your contacts. So I just tap it on with a little smudgy brush. And still manage to get it on my eye as I'm talking about it. But I think that just kind of closes in the look and makes everything look just a little bit more together, especially once you see mascara and lashes on. I think it makes a big difference. Something's going on outside, like weather-wise. It's apparently snow today, and I guess the wind is picking up because I can hear everything. So there. All right, so now we'll go in with some mascara, and I can't find my good mascara, so I'm gonna use my trusty old drugstore stuff. That's perfectly fine because we're putting on lashes. Actually better than wasting good mascara on a lash day. And I know everybody's got their own way of putting lashes on, but I always like mascara before lashes because I think it's easier to blend them in. All right, well, I think this even by itself without lashes on looks really pretty. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I think these shadows are absolutely gorgeous together. But, you know, it takes it up a notch. Some of these. These are Red Aspen lashes in the style, I think these are my no. These must be Erica's. I think my Miss lashes are downstairs. But these are absolutely super gorgeous and wispy and long, and they're going to be amazing with this look. If I can open my adhesive. And, oh, gross, my adhesive container is a little dirty. It's not dirty, but, you know, it's got some buildup on it. And always when you're putting your lashes on, put extra glue on your inner and outer corners because they're going to be the trouble children. Let that get tacky for a minute. Blow on it if you want. And make sure you put it on the right eye. I think I got it right. Yeah, I do that. Like, am I right? You just need some lashes sometimes and kaboom. Oh, which reminds me, when I'm showing you one versus the other, I should still do that video where I show you one half with no makeup and one half with makeup, because I think that just sounds like a really fun video to do. Gosh, why don't I wear these lashes more often? They're super pretty. I always wear, like, I feel like I get into a real rut with stuff. Like, I wear the same lashes all the time, and I wear the same eyeshadow look all the time. Not all the time, but you know. You've got your go-to kind of in a hurry. And I feel like I always think that these lashes are kind of like too much to wear as often as I like to. Like, I feel like I should save these for special occasions, but I don't know. I think they look pretty good. Except they do have a really high. They're very long and voluminous, so they're a little funny to put on sometimes. All right, this was a really good look. Whoever suggested that they wanted to see this trio, you guys get an A+ because I'm obsessed right now. And in the, I was gonna wear one lip color, but now I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to. In the same vein of wearing other colors that are limited edition and no longer available, I'm gonna wear one on my lips too. This is Glam Doll. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. If you like it, Plum is very, very similar. All right, so lip sense, we're putting on 3 thin layers. Letting them dry. Just a few seconds in between. Not rubbing them together. And not rubbing back and forth. My lips are a little fuller, so I do have to go a few passes. Let me get right here. Yeah, this is, I'm so sad this color was only limited edition. I love it so much. Oops, I've used way too much. And then I'm going to use Glossy Gloss today because it's my favorite and I love how it looks. There's like a little chunk of lip on there. Not like lip, but you know, lip skin. You can feel it and I'm putting it on. And now, nothing there. Also, Shadow's the same. It'll stay on all day. And even until the next day sometimes. Sometimes I don't do my brows every day. I do them every other day and they look the same and they look great. So here's the Lumiere look. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe or like, and I will talk to you next time. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see, any other looks. I'm really loving this one, so thanks for whoever suggested it. It is gorgeous. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye, 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 bye.